What's good, sports fam? You're locked in to another episode of SXM Sports, the Playbook. I'm your host, Jamal Newton. We're dropping this recap a little late, just coming off the high of this week's basketball tournament, which we covered live. But no worries, we've got your full breakdown right here. From the hardwood to the pitch, it's time to run it back. Let's go! This is the Playbook. We had a packed week of action across multiple sports. Tough losses, big wins, and rising stars, sharpening their game at tournaments and training camps. Let's rewind and run through everything that went down. We start with the Paradise Showdown. Day 4 was fire, energy, passion, and some jaw-dropping matchups. The crossover and matchup games had us hyped, but it was the semifinals that stole the show. Curacao edged out St. Martin in a heartbreaker 43-40 after taking it to overtime. That loss knocked our home team out of the championship contention. Still a game for the books. Day 5 kicked off with the third place match where Team St. Martin bounced back and claimed victory over Aruba. Then came the All-Star Game, a showcase featuring the top 24 players from every team except the finalists. Pure talent on display. Finally, it was the showdown time, Curacao versus the Northern Islands. Curacao struck early, but the French side turned it up, ran the floor and never looked back, winning big 92-55 and claiming the Paradise Showdown championship once again. Congrats to the champ, the MVPs, and every baller who gave it their all. Switching fields, let's talk U13 football. Christian Hillside, Team A, dominated the pitch and were crowned champions of the St. Martin U13 elementary school competition. In the final, they rolled past Sister Regina A with a commanding 6-1 win. Final standings, Christian Hillside A, first place, Sister Regina A, second place, and Learning Unlimited, third place. Sister Regina B, fourth, St. Dominic School, fifth, Sister Magda A, sixth, Sister Magda B, seventh, and Christian Hillside B, eighth. Big shout out to all the schools who showed up and gave it everything. Track eliminations went down at Raoul Edith Sports Complex, hosted by the awesome team behind the athletic heroes of the Cruyff Courts. Here's a quick clip from our on-site interview with NSI, Jackie Brown, and organizers Adio Williams.
Okay, we're here. Good afternoon. We're speaking to Mr. Adio, one of the Cruyff coaches for the athletic program. Mr. Adio, we would like to know what you find about this program and how you became interested in it.
Okay. Good afternoon. As she said, my name is Adio. I'm with the Dynamics Sporting Club, and our coaches reached out to us and told us about the program. And as a team, we were very excited to be a part of a program like this, where we get to raise community engagement about our sport that we love very much.
Very, very good, very good. And your role in your organization, in the Cruyff Court organization.
I'm a hero, so along with my fellow heroes, we help to plan this event and we're executing it now.
Okay, very good. I see. And how you think was the planning stage? How was it? Was it difficult? Was it fun? And just give me a little insight of how you felt about going about organizing it.
I would say it was challenging. However, it was a good challenge. We did find it very fun. Our event took a lot of changes. Like we initially started with something very different, and now we're doing a track of elimination, so a Squid Games themed track and field event. So
Yes, the name is very interesting, and I could see that you guys are really enjoying it. And did you read up about what the Cruyff Foundation means to the community?
Yeah.
What does the Cruyff Foundation means to you?
So from what I learned, Mr. Cruyff, he was a football player. He really was big on not only playing the sport, but getting the community involved in the sport. And he wanted to ensure that like players of the sport had like well-rounded skills. So through this foundation, it helps to ensure that nobody's left behind, that everybody gets a chance to feel at home in sports, which is something that I agree with.
That's right, and that's the way we would get the more participation from each and everybody in our community, because not everyone can afford to pay for sport. And once you can reach out to those persons who are disabled or the persons that cannot afford, this gives them the opportunity to involve themselves in sport. Very well. Thank you very much, Adio.
Thank you.
And I hope that from this, you and your group will continue to be leaders in the community, and also see who else you can get to come into the program and make something great of it.
Unfortunately, due to rough weather conditions, the Football Federation has announced the cancellation of this weekend's preseason matches. Also cancelled day 3 of baseball week. And before we wrap this segment up, we've got to give a huge shout out to Samir Arndell, repping Holland at the International Boxum Junior and Schoolboys Boxing Tournament in Spain. He took down Mexico in the opening round and continues his run. The tournament wraps up on October 11th, and we're backing you all the way, champ. Keep swinging. And that's your weekly rundown. But don't go anywhere. Coming up, we've got our exclusive sit-down with the man behind Team St. Martin, Coach Daniel Helliger.
On the defense, we know once we could play defense, the offense won't take up great. So we really hone on defense. So that's why sometimes you see some of the players revert when it comes to offense. They revert back to their old habits.
Yes. Stay right here. We'll be right back in a sec.
Yes, and Audio and some of the coaches from the Cruyff Athletics, they reached out to the different communities, and also through media and friends, word of mouth, that made this activity such a successful activity with so many kids coming out.
The winner of this bout by abandonment is in the red corner, Samir Agnes.
Welcome back. Time to chop it up with the coach who's been in the trenches with our Paradise Showdown squad, Coach Daniel Helliger. And we're back. Here in the studios with us is one of the leading coaches of our national U15 team, Daniel Helliger. How are you, my brother?
I'm doing fine, and I'm glad to be back.
Good, good, good. So, Daniel, we have a lot to jump into, and we're going to break it down into what we want to hear from you about. We want you to go step by step with us on the games, your approach to those games. And also, we want you to go deep into with us too about your achievements during this Paradise Showdown. Okay? Ready for us?
Yeah, man.
All right. So, Daniel, your first year experiencing coaching the national team. And with that came a lot of ups and downs. You know, more ups than the downs. Learning experience. But your journey started with your first game against Grenada, a new team to the Paradise Showdown. From what we made to understand, this is their first international tournament. So you didn't really welcome them in a nice manner. You blitzed them. What was your game plan for that game?
Well, when we started the game and we see the center, we thought he would be a dominant center, but we say, okay, he come in here and he have size over us. So we decide, like, let's see how we can match up against them.
Mm-hmm.
And our guys take over, we're pressuring them so they can get comfortable giving him the ball.
Right.
So we try pressure them from the beginning to the end, and we keep up the pace. For us, we feel like we didn't play good enough,
Okay.
even though we had a proper score, but we know we could do much better, and that was a practice game for us to really hone our skill. But even with the boys, then when we come in the locker room, we spoke about it, and it was like, yeah, we could do better.
Right.
Maybe it was our first game, the first
Right.
crowd and everything. Maybe everybody getting the feet wet. So for that game, it was just going in emotion.
Okay. And yes, the youngster, I think it's Ty Marshall, his name was very impressive. 6'6", I think.
Mhm.
And he was playing good.
Yeah.
Playing good. But the pressure the guards and the rest of the team applied did make a difference. Now we're going over to the Aruba game, which was and it was hyped to be the game of the tournament, you know. But I don't know how you lit that fire under those guys, but they demonstrated a great level of defense. What was your plan of approach?
Well, watching Aruba play against Anguilla in the first game, we see the two dominant. That was number 24 and number 10. Number 24, when he has the ball, when he come down, he literally does set everybody up, everybody, and he'll get the flow of the offense going. And number 10, once they miss, he clean up the glass. So our main focus was to get number 10 off the glass. And speed up number 24. So he had no chance to think. So we were just applying pressure on him, and we see he couldn't handle the pressure. So from there on, we were just locked in, focused, and got everybody else.
Because I think that was their lowest scoring half in the entire tournament for everybody, if I'm not mistaken. I think they only scored, I think it was 2 points.
2 points.
You know, that's good. You and Coach Martel did a great job in terms of prepping the boys for that matchup, which was hyped. It was really hyped, but I think after the first 10 minutes, that hype went away. You know, the interaction with the Aruba fans and parents, they were like, "Yeah, we're ready for this game," and then I asked them at halftime, and they were like, "Yeah." I'm trying to think. So then, game 3, our sister island, Anguilla.
Yeah, well, Angola, we were trying to use this game to rest our starters.
Okay.
So when we come in with the lineup, it was a different lineup coming off the bench. So we were trying to give every guy a run. So we start off with the bench, and then we see now we wasn't getting it in the flow properly. So for the first half, it was like a back and forth game, and we find that enough is enough. So when we come back the second half, you could see the different intensity when we bring in the starters, and they wasn't getting a chance to cross over the half. We just had them playing one half of the court, and that frustrated them. But we didn't want it to use that too much to give the legs. because we know after the tournament everything would be getting more intense,
Right.
and the amount of running we have to go through.
Right. Right.
So we were trying to save leg, but Angola said they ain't slap, so they.
But so for you and Coach Martel, seeing is so part of your preparation is analyzing the strategies of the opponents on the previous games.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
And
So after Anguilla, now we qualified. I think we came out top in the pool.
yeah, we was number one in the pool.
Right. And now we are at the Carousel game. Honestly, I think for me personally, I felt that was an easy game for us to win. But a lot of stuff went wrong. And I think from what I heard after, you guys learned a lot from that game. So let's start first with what was your plan of approach?
When we came in there, we see like number 13 and number 10. There was more than dominant one. I think one is a left-hander and everything.
Correct.
So we were trying now to take him off of the left-hander. We try to push him to the right,
Right.
and try to limit them with the touches
Okay.
and force them to beat us like in one-on-one.
Okay.
Because Coruscant have a very good set. You can see when they do the exchange and everything, and they involve the different players. So he really orchestrates the offense in them. So we try not to let him get too comfortable, and rather than force them to now try to beat us in one game.
Okay.
So that was our game plan coming into it. But I must say I gotta give Coruscant the credit because they really came study us and they know we play with intense because I think when they play front side they see the intensity front side play, and then when they watch us play they say like they have a similar game, but we have to like limit Semantic from getting into a running game.
Right.
They all wanted to slow us down.
Yeah.
So when we were coming they had us in a slow pace.
Right.
So they take us out of our game at the beginning.
But despite the results, I know we ended up losing that game. We went into overtime.
Yeah.
And there were some moments in that game where I was at home and I was screaming. I was so excited, especially when we were down by we tied it up. And then I think they stole the ball and then they scored and then it was a whole back and forth there. But in overall, how can you sum it up? What was one of the things that you said, okay, I learned this now. I gotta make sure this doesn't happen to us again.
Coming down to the last minute, we was the focus wasn't there.
Okay.
Because we still had a chance.
Right.
And what I see when Mark in the fame and what we see we did wrong is when we had our best player Timar, there was double teaming him when we went for the inbound.
Okay.
The play was to him to get his two players to the other side of the court. That's why we were loaded up on one side of the court.
Okay.
And we wanted Kamari to come in for the inbound, and then Nanisi would have fly in and attack.
Okay.
Because we opened the whole side for him.
Yes, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it.
So now what happened now? Timar went up, and I think things still went and get the ball. Timari still went and get the ball, but Tennis would cut in, and then Timar ended up getting the ball now. But now he was double team. So when he wanted to shift to attack, but he went from behind the back, and that's when he lose the ball in that moment.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it was a learning experience for not only you but also for the boys.
Yes.
I know after the game, I know it was a painful game for them to accept.
Yes.
But I must give a shout out to you and Coach Martel because they came back out the next day.
Oh.
And the next game was against Aruba in the for the third place game.
Yeah.
Was it the same game plan you had for that game, or was it certain things you adjusted?
No, for the semi-final, we decided just to play more calm because you gotta see it. The intensity wasn't really there like how we had it from before.
Correct.
So, and also as a coach, me and Martel always like to give everybody in the bench play. 'Cause throughout the games, you're gonna see every player touch the floor, no matter how the
That's right.
intense, no matter how intensely the game is. We try to involve all the players.
Yeah.
So for that game, we let everybody just run, play free, forget what happened the night before, and everybody just for playing the game and everybody,
Very good. Very good.
because we know we was confident in our ability
To win that
to
game.
win a game, so we just play a free game.
You know, it was good. It was great to see how you guys represented the island, the way you guys led those boys. Um, and I think it stems from also the program that you guys have in the St. Peter's area.
Yeah.
You know, that you lead and they follow.
Uh-huh.
You know, which was great because I know there were times where you could have got it really out of character, but you stayed composed, and the boys followed suit with that. You
Yeah.
know. Now shout out also to the Performance Sports Academy for putting on a great, great, great tournament. You know,
Yes.
and we were happy to see all of those other islands here visiting, and the level of play from the northern side of the island to the southern side of the island was on display, and it was at a high level.
Yes.
You know, now, and I know it's only going to get better. It's
Uh-huh.
only going to get better. We have our season coming up. There's plans in place to make the boys them better. But you also became better
Yeah.
during this tournament. Now on the court you were successful, but I've heard off the court your performance was good. Can you share with us?
Yeah. So after we were going through the coaching course from the NBB,
Yeah,
which was to certify to level 3,
right.
and we were going our course for about 6 months, I could say,
Yeah.
about 6 months so. And going through that course, well, I thought I was studying to be a doctor because the theory and everything was
There's a lot.
well, because but they also open up our eyes to see the difference when bigger country into us. And that was one they asked me like, what do you think for to be a just? And that's one thing like cater more to the Caribbean because they have their own system over here, but we as a Caribbean, how can we also when we having a course like that implement a culture our
So you're saying we
yeah
create our own culture
yeah
with some help from
yeah
them, with
with them.
what we have
Uh-huh.
combined. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. So you were able to get your level 3.
Yeah, level 3.
Okay, that's good. And congrats to you, because I mean that is only more experience coming now to you
Yes.
with the kids, the way you train your kids and stuff like that. Are there plans for you to also obtain your level 4?
Oh, I said they wanted to rush into it, but mostly I want to take a year to really hone my craft
Okay.
and also implement a system that how basketball is changing the modern day of basketball. That right now our kids them now when they play they still have this mindset like it's like a one-on-one game and
Right.
need the decision making and those things I really want to work on to develop the players them now when we get in the court to really understand the game of basketball.
Right.
Because right now we got the skills, we more relying on our athleticism and not too much on the IQ part.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. And I think that can come too with more games
Yes.
being played together.
More games.
More games and more training.
Yes.
You know, so but congrats again on obtaining that level 3 coach. I think it was you and Coach Omar were able to obtain that.
And one from Saber.
Yes. I forgot her name. Yes, that coach from Saber was also to obtain her own too. Coach Lauren. Yes. So what now? What's next? What can we expect next now from Coach Daniel?
Right now, when after the tournament I sit down and I just review. I would like now to like pause more in the competition wise and start preparing for SIBA because a lot of basketball gonna be played during these couple of months coming up. We got a 3-and-3 and pro tournament and everything. But what I really want to hone on is the training with the players to really develop and hone the skills because we are the point now that basketball now is evolving and now St. Martin now opening to a grand stage.
Mm-hmm.
And if we want to take our level to higher and compete, we have to get our kids to that level.
Yeah.
So this couple months coming is really intense training to really understand the game of basketball and get us there.
Would you say, I remember, just to go back a little bit on what you said in terms of having our players at times during that tournament, I saw they played as a team. Always moving, the way they shifted on defense was great. But then there are certain games where I need to score, the one-on-one mentality. Would you say it's fair to say like we need to be the way the northern side played in terms of passing the ball? Like, there wasn't too much dribbling there. They played a fast-paced game. Was it safe to say that that is the direction that we should also be going into?
Well, I don't know how the different coaches them does day training. But for me, my focus was always in that mentality of moving the ball, let's dribble and let's get to there. The core guy when I used to play with the SB ball or the U18, you see the difference with them. How they move the ball, push the pace, push the tempo, and space in the court.
Right.
With them, we had the time to train.
Right.
So every night we had that to go through, and we developed that system, and that's how we come out champ.
Right.
That system was there.
Right.
Open space, play the game. Now with this tournament will come in, everything was kind of like head on with us. And these kids what we select was in a different system as well.
Correct.
So now to just get him here for a tournament, we're just coming here. And plus there was in the school tournaments and everything. It was kind of tight for us. So what we really focused was on the defense. We know once we could play defense, the offense going to take up.
Right.
So we really hold on defense. So that's why sometimes you see some of the players revert when it comes to offense. They revert back to their old habit.
Yes. Well, Daniel, is there anything else about this great week of basketball that you would like to jump in to share some more with us?
Yeah, I just want to say it's a bittersweet that the tournament just ending already.
Right.
The boys them still feel like they could go ahead and still continue playing ball.
Nice.
But overall, the tournament just showcase some of the different islands, how they're preparing in the level that we are, and to show us that we can't stay too complacent because our competition is right next door.
Nice.
So,
Right across the border.
Right across the border.
Right across the border. So the level on St. Martin is high.
Yes.
It's impressive to see how you guys you did throughout the tournament, throughout the season. You started with the season, and I know you're coaching also in a high school league.
Yes.
And then you got to start back with your St. Peter's Ballers.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about that program?
Yes. So right now, me and Coach Martel now getting now influx of kids coming in now.
Okay.
And with the new kids who are coming in now, we have to really now develop. So we're in a developing stage.
Okay.
These kids. Okay. They've been playing basketball, but not. Some of them just said they just start playing basketball.
Right.
Some of them never really play in structured basketball.
Right.
So we have like you had an example with like Malik and Sean who was selected for the selection. They really never really play in a intense atmosphere like that.
Correct.
So even Walker too.
Played in Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he played with the U13.
Yeah. But the amount of minutes and the defense he had to play against bigger guys.
Yes.
So those things was really
It's learning experience. Learning experience.
And I'm glad they felt it, and I'm glad now they could see it in the eyes that when you come to training, they take it seriously. And some of the kids what came from the program too, or was watching, they say like, Coach, I really got to let's start practicing. So now they motivate them that when it comes to practice now is I hear what you say, Coach, I see what was going on, and they're gonna put in the work.
Right.
They were putting in the work, but not to the best ability, I would say. But
and that exposure contributes to that.
Yes.
It contributes to that. So you guys are now in full swing now
Yeah.
with your St. Peter's Ballers team.
Uh-huh.
And if anybody wants to come in and join your program, is there any information you can share with us?
Yeah, because I always come to the court. We there Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 5:30 to 7.
Okay.
So they could come, experience, watch, and if they're interested, they could also register on the spot.
There you go.
And give them-
Good. And Coach Daniel, thank you again. Thank you on behalf of SIBA, on behalf of St. Martin, SXM Sports also. Thank you for that great job you guys did in terms of representing our island and putting those boys to work together was a
Yeah.
great thing to see, you know. Any closing remarks?
Yeah, I just like to thank the fans and all for all the support, and also the PSA organization for putting in a good tournament. We're looking forward for Paradise number 3
Yes.
because we still gotta get that crown. And
Yes.
so whoever coach will be taking over and everything, just know that we gotta get better
Yes.
and we gotta get that crown.
I agree. All right, Coach. Thanks again for joining us. And all the best in the future.
All right.
All right. Big thanks to Coach Daniel for coming through and for all the work he's put into building Team St. Martin. We see you, Coach. All right, St. Martin, before we bounce, we've got some highlights from this week's football and basketball action coming up in just a second. make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the follow button on all our platforms. Your support keeps us going strong. Until next time, stay active, stay locked in, and keep your game sharp. I'm Jamal Newton, and this was The Playbook. See you on the court.